Hello, beautiful people. This is Elisa Matthews with Ginger Bailey. I
Mm.
invited the wrong person on. I'm a little sick again.
Yeah,
So, but it's okay. I'll survive. I'm tough.
yeah,
I'm a
yeah,
tough little bird.
yeah.
And
You know,
she,
it's going around. I just got over it
oh
too.
yeah,
Not
yeah.
as bad as you though.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
but it's
it's really not that
yeah, yeah.
but I'll milk it for all it's worth. And we got our lovely Eric, and we're going to be finishing up the tail end of hopefully the tail end of our predictions for 2024. And remember, guys, this is entertainment, okay? And this is quantum probability. There's free will in individuals and, of course, in the collective, so things can change. Just know that.
Mhm.
All right, here we go. Oh, this is something from an individual.
Eric is saying, "I love you, Mom,"
Oh, I love
and
you. You know,
yeah, he's saying, "I love you." Yeah, and he's just saying hi to everybody. He's just
hi,
jumping up
everybody.
and down, waiting to get to
Of
say
course.
it.
All right, question 51. This is part 4. I'm
Goodness.
concerned that we may be entering a time of trouble, lack of food, or the lack of money to buy food and shelter. Are we headed to a socialist type government in 2024?
No, he's saying no. He's saying no. He's also saying that with all the he's making me feel this with all the messy stuff. Is nice
Chaos.
about it. The messy stuff, the
Yeah.
chaos or going on. He's talking about it actually humanity's out of balance, but we're heading in a better direction. Like we're heading back, he
Sometimes you
says,
have
in
to
the right
shake that
direction.
shit up in order for it to settle down properly into the right place, right?
Right, right, exactly, exactly. And sometimes you got to burn things down to rebuild them. You know what I mean? You got to tear them down to rebuild them.
Yeah.
But we're definitely heading in the right direction. And he's also talking about that it is an ongoing journey. I mean, that's just our duality in life. You know, that's a human
Yeah.
experience. But we all have the capability to, you know, work together as a collective
Of
to
course.
change our perspective, you know, to get through it. So,
Okay. All right. Interesting. So there's hope. Will there ever be anything called the holographic radio? I'm going to look that up real quick.
the what
Holographic radio.
holographic radio? He's showing me something that it's a holographic, but it's more like a radio wave instead of like actual radio. Like I don't know because I don't know what holographic radio is,
Well,
but
let me read it real quick.
he's showing me this vision of it.
Okay.
So yeah.
Holographic radio integrates massive antenna elements into a compact space to achieve ultramassive MIMO. I don't know what that is for high resolution sensing and high capacity communications. Well, that didn't help me at all. Why don't you say
He's
what
saying yes.
MIMO is? Oh,
Yeah, he's saying yes, eventually it will get there. Probably not so much this year, but they are working on things like this. There's
multiple input, multiple output. That's what MIMO is. Okay.
oh, okay, all right. Yeah, they are working on this. It will become a thing, and he's showing me some kind of there's going to be a lot of these holographic things going on, and a lot of this will be connected with AI, and it will be connected with medical technology,
Oh,
and more healing being connected together. He says, like Western medicine with spiritual medicine, you know, with energetic. Okay, he's saying like on an energetic level, like there's going to be a lot of changes, not just in this year. It's going to be over time, but it's starting. Okay,
okay.
so they're starting out this year with getting better with using it.
Is one of the key enablers in the forthcoming sixth generation 6G networks to provide revolutionary mobile connectivity and high-speed data services by exploiting spatial diversity. That's over my head. All right, next.
It's down the road, he says, down the
Wow.
road.
Oh my God. I remember when the internet first came out. That's how old I am. And I just thought,
Yeah,
I'm not going to learn this because it's not going to happen. And just
yeah,
try it out. Is Summer
yeah.
Utah wells going to be found in 2024?
I
Summer,
didn't hear
Summer,
summer.
Moon Utah Wells going to be found in 2024. Is that a missing person? Summer Moon Utah Wells.
I'm
She's
getting a no.
she's a
I'm
girl.
getting,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm getting a no. I'm hearing no.
Not in 2024. Is she dead?
Yeah.
You feel her in the afterlife?
He says yes.
Okay.
He says yes.
Will the internet go down, and will gold be worth investing in if cash is no longer used? That's a two-part question.
Yeah, yes to the gold. Yes to the gold. Good investment. And silver, he said. Saying no to the internet going down.
All
Of
right.
course, things do go up and down.
No.
I mean, they had a whole day of I think it was Instagram and Facebook. I don't know if you noticed that yesterday, but it was down all over the place.
Oh
Like
no.
nobody could like communicate with it. So we have little things like that he's showing, like it'll come and go, but nothing like dramatic, like
Okay.
back in the dark ages kind of thing.
Oh,
Okay.
I got you.
Yeah.
I'm from South Africa. We have elections in 2024. First will the new coalition group win? And well, I mean, I don't know. We don't usually do like election predictions, so you want to skip that?
So I'm getting it. He's saying no to that. So, but this is free will, but he's saying no to it.
I don't know. Will there be a change for the better? Have power all day long. Will have water when you open a tap. They don't have that. Jesus. Will things change for the better? Crime, murder rates, and apparently South Africa's in a bad space at the moment.
Yeah, yeah. There will be in some places. Some things will change for the better. Others are going to remain the same, he's saying.
Okay.
He's talking about yeah, this is for everybody, not just South Africa, he says. He's talking about when the world, let me see if okay. All right. So when the world, he's saying, gets loud and heavy, he's getting very like poetic here. When the world gets loud and heavy, find like your quiet space, your inner light, he's saying. And don't, and it'll take you away, he says, from fear. Like, to get away from fear, that disrupts our peace, you know? He says that everybody could do that. And then on a collective level, this will make a difference, you know?
Huh. I mean, if
Yeah.
you keep
Yeah.
thinking about, oh, crime is awful, murders, corruption's
Mhm.
bad, and it's just going to keep it persisting. So yeah, think
Yeah. Yeah.
happy thoughts as much as you can.
Right, right. And just know that, focus on the things that are going well around you, to bring more of it.
Okay. Will Biden do something for Social Security to get a significant increase next year to help U.S. seniors get to a decent level to match the cost of living that is always outpacing us?
This is a no. Not in
Not
this
enough,
year.
not enough
No.
money.
Yeah, not in this year, he says.
What happens with the cost of housing and interest rates in America, Eric?
So this he shows me like a graph, like on a graph kind of a chart. He's showing me like it starts to get better, right? So
Okay.
down. So interest rates go down and the supply gets more, he's
Okay.
showing me. So it'll bring the prices down a little, but this is towards the end of the year. And it'll get even better towards the beginning of 2025, but towards the end of the year, but we're heading that way.
Good.
So after summer, right before the holidays, you'll start seeing it start to drop a little bit, he
As
said.
the interest rates go down, then housing is more affordable. Makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. And
And
then the demand,
inflation also.
yeah, and he's like supply and demand, there's going to be more like supply, so it'll bring the prices down too.
What's
So people
inflation
are
gonna do? What's inflation going to do in 2024?
it's still gonna be the same, maybe even increase just a little bit, but it's gonna start getting better next year, he says.
Okay.
It'll start getting better. It's gonna take some time to get us back on track.
Okay. What are the best careers or jobs for the future going to be for 2024 and after the shift? The shift.
The shift, are they talking about like the vibration shift of the planet?
Maybe.
Talking about that.
Let's
Okay.
start with 2024.
Yeah. So
Categories, I guess.
I'm seeing a lot with medical, and I'm seeing a lot of things on the technical side, like computers, like anything like web building, art, like artistic, anything in that route, because there's a
Right.
lot of need for it right now for
Yes.
people in just in like editing, or he's showing me like all the things that you can do like with
Okay.
computers,
Right.
and you don't. He's also saying things that have to do with like this is interesting, like in the building, like construction. He
Okay.
says like in construction.
Good.
So that's a good place to
I
go.
love construction. I used to work with Habitat for Humanity and hammer my
Yeah,
feelings away.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and all the kids
beat
did
beat
too.
it out, beat it out.
Really. Would love to hear messages from, and they list sun, earth, ETs, nature, and animal collectives. So let's just start with any messages from the sun.
I just start hearing how hot it is. And it's like a joke, like being funny, like how hot it is, right? But so messages from the sun energy is what we're supposed to be
I
getting.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So now, I'm just getting
Sizzling.
like yeah, but I'm getting like peace, like a peacefulness, even though
Okay.
you'd think it'd be all radical or anything,
I know.
but I'm getting like a peace, like just at peace, like
All right.
peaceful, like calm,
Eric,
like nothing out of the, or nothing about ready to explode or anything, just
oh,
kind of
that's
like,
good.
yeah.
No supernova. Don't you become a
Peaceful.
supernova,
Yeah,
man.
right.
All right. What about the earth? Mother Earth.
So I feel a shift here. I feel a shifting. And this is a lot, Erik says, and he's explaining why I'm feeling this. So it's almost like a cleansing is happening.
Oh,
Okay, a
good.
cleansing of the planet. And the problem though, for us humans, when the planet decides she's going to cleanse herself, is there's a lot of weather disruptions,
Oh, yeah.
worse than normal. I'm also seeing some tsunami stuff. Now I know we talked in the first one about a lot of
Yeah.
weather happening in places where it usually wouldn't, and being a lot of radical
Yeah.
weather. Uh, but he's showing me this tsunami, like tsunamis in the Pacific, like in the Pacific Islands, but it's a cleansing. She's showing me, like making me feel like a cleansing.
It's almost like 2024
Yeah.
is no pain, no gain. That's the thing.
Right. It's like a cleansing of, and this is going to go into the next year too, is what I'm
Okay.
hearing.
What about
Um,
the ETs overall? Oh, did you want to say something else?
no, I was going to say there's a full moon coming up. On the 9th. So I don't know.
Oh,
Erik just brought that up. There's a full moon coming up,
okay.
and this is, time for change is what I'm hearing. This is time for change. Um, Ask yourself what you can do, he says, to change, to be happy. What can I
Yeah.
do? What can I change in me? In me.
Yes.
Not, you can't change, others, but you can change, what can
By
you
changing
do for
you, you
yourself?
can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. Extraterrestrials overall as a collective, any messages?
I feel a conflict. This is interesting. Now, there's positive and there's negative
Oh, yeah,
with
of course. Just
just
like
like
in
with
humans.
yeah, just like humans. But I feel a conflict right now going on, and that doesn't mean that they're going to be having a war in the sky over us or anything, but there is some kind of conflict, and it is because they're trying to, the ones who help us are trying to help with getting us back on track, and the balance back into humanity.
Okay.
So just any a message, Eric? So I just see like this little alien guy pop up next to him, and yeah, and so I see him like doing like love, just love, like put
Oh,
love
okay.
there. He's just talking about love, put love. Everybody has that ability. Put the love out into the world,
Yeah.
um, and
It's so
it'll
much
help.
easier than
Yeah,
spewing
yeah,
out vitriol, people. It really is.
yeah.
And I've had a lot
That's
of um exercises. I mean, doing that in the scalar field. I just really have to think about love and envision
right.
pictures of my babies and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah, it's the highest vibration. And before I do any of my readings, I always make sure I put that in like the space, like Eric, I love them. And just like we do on
Yeah,
here, you always start with love. It's really important. It raises that vibration.
absolutely. Any any thing from nature as a collective and or animals as a collective?
Okay, so something that's happening is people, the more the spiritual awakening, I guess you could call it, is growing, okay, more and more, and I know people listening are gonna like resonate with this, the more everybody's getting more compassionate, even to like the little spider walking by, right? Like instead of just being let's stomp on it or whatever,
Yeah,
people are becoming more having more compassion,
yeah,
okay, towards this. And you're going to see this more and more, and they're very thankful. Nature's very thankful, but there is still a little bit of the pollution and
yeah,
things like that. I mean, I didn't mean that as in a little pollution, as there's not very much. I just meant that there's still that going on.
yeah, right.
But there's also a lot of compassion that's starting to rise up,
Good.
and this is going to make a difference with that, with the pollution and with the a lot of people are changing how they eliminate, like for crops, for instance,
Yeah,
with the chemicals and stuff. A lot of that
yeah,
is changing too and becoming more natural to the planet. So
good.
that's helping animals that, graze in fields, whatever,
Yeah,
um, and they're very happy about this, is what I'm hearing.
that's
The
awesome.
changes. Yeah.
Well, we're edging toward Pisces in Aries or vice versa, I can't remember. And that's going to be a 19-year long cycle of just bliss. Well, that's the age of Aquarius. We're going to be, maybe it starts this summer, I can't remember. First, we're in full moon in Libra, which starts March 25th, and that's 3 months worth. And then after that, so that's good.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
now I have some
So,
questions about Ireland from one person.
okay.
How will our Supreme Court case go in efforts to stop mandatory COVID vaccination to get justice for the victims? Will it be rule in the favor of the victims?
I'm hearing postpone. Like I'm hearing that word, like it's going to get postponed. Like it's like they're trying to keep, the ones who are fighting against it are trying to postpone, but eventually that is a yes, that they
Okay.
will. But I hear that like they keep postponing this.
Well, that's usually how
They're
progress go.
Yeah, and I want to say really quick, this is Erik saying this. He's saying that there's like an ongoing journey, he says, for managing the COVID, the COVID problem,
Yeah,
right? But this is going to be something that we're probably going to see forever, like it's, like the flu.
yeah.
But it's going to be more manageable. So,
Okay.
yeah.
How will the family will and probate structure go in Ireland? Will frauds be prosecuted?
So I'm hearing yes for some, okay?
Okay.
Not all.
But
Okay,
better,
not all.
better than what's
Some are gonna. He shows me they slipping through the cracks, like some
oh,
slip through the
okay.
cracks. He
Mhm.
shows me. Yeah,
What is the future overall for Ireland in 2024 and beyond?
that's a kind of general, right?
Yeah. Overall, will things be better?
Yeah, overall, yeah, they will. They will. Just like all over the planet, things are going to start healing, is what I'm hearing Erik say, is like the healing begins, is how he says it. The healing begins, which is a process. But yes, yeah, it's headed in a good direction.
Awesome. Anything else you want to add about 2024 in any category, Erik, that we have not covered? Because I don't have any more questions.
Um, so he's talking about how peace on earth begins within each individual,
Yes.
right? And also the person's perspective, a person's perspective, and the world around you, like how you see it and the choices you make. Okay. Yeah, and he's going back to talking about not letting these things steal your peace or your happiness, because you have like the power within you to change your perspective on things. Now that doesn't mean to ignore things. He's saying don't just you're not turning your head to something. It's just that if you don't have control over it, do what you do have control over, how you feel about things, how you perceive things. And yeah, he's saying that this world has to have that duality, the positive and the negative, kind of try to look at it in a spiritual point of view too, will help, he says.
Yeah, we could use the Emoto's water theory analogy we were talking about before, that, when you think beautiful, wonderful thoughts and send love, then the crystals of the water, when you freeze it, are beautiful. But if you
Right,
think hate and fear, then they're
right,
disarray.
right. And he says a
Same with
lot of
collective,
people.
the world.
Right, exactly. It's all connected. And he says that like people will like watch the news, for instance, which I don't and I can't. But it's not because I don't care about the world. It's just I see it with a different eye. I
Right.
see it from a different view. And so he's saying like, think about how it makes you feel, and he's not saying everyone stop watching the news. He's just saying be aware of it, be aware of what it's doing to you, be aware of how you're feeling. And if it is affecting your everyday life, like you're starting out with the news and then your whole day goes bad, think about that.
There's your
About
clue,
that.
man. No, we
Yeah.
need a designated driver for somebody. Watch the news. Let me know if there's an apocalypse. Just let me know. Yeah,
Right, right. Because some of it's like pointed for, it's just not always right. You know what I
right.
mean? They're
Exactly.
reporting things, but people are putting their opinions in there, and they do have agendas on
Yeah, of
some of
course.
it. Some of it is, real, but some of it's not. So you have to just really follow your own instinct and your gut.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Live life in love, not fear / hate.
right,
All right, that
right,
sounds
right.
good. Thank you,
Yeah,
Erik.
I think that's all. We already talked about all the medical technology, because that was the only other thing he was talking about, is how AI is going to be involved
Yeah,
in a lot of changes.
I think that
And
was in part one. Yeah.
yeah, I think so. So yeah,
All
yeah,
right, thank you. Love you both. Love all you guys out there. Subscribe, hit the notification bell,
yeah,
and also
yeah.
check out the Atlanta Scalar. Uh,
Yeah, he says, love you all, and love you,
okay.
mom. Yeah.